A tribute to those who served, in memory of those who died, eternal honour to their names. The path of duty was the way to glory. How are we all? Right, I don't know how this is going to come out. I hope it comes out alright. I hope everyone understands what I'm trying to put across. I'm here at Ararat. I did stop today on the 11th of the 11th of the 11th. For those of you who don't know what the 311s mean, it's the 11th hour of the 11th day, the 11th month. Right? It's to the fallen and the ones who served, men and women, during those times, those wars. Today also is another day that's sad. And some of you who do comment on my channel might have seen Andrew, one of my subscribers. He lives in Horsham. He made a bell for Danny and $1 Million Bogan, Danny, and also myself. He made 2 bells for Danny and a bell for me. Well, I was talking to Andrew yesterday, being Friday, the 10th, and I missed a phone call, so I rang him back. And we were only talking on Thursday, which was the 9th. And so I wondered why he called, so I called him straight back. And he called to say that his son was in hospital. He had to put his son in hospital. So we spoke about that, and his son was an alcoholic. And so, you know, normal 5 weeks in there. He said he took him to Horsham Hospital, everything else like that. Anyway, I was just talking to him. This is on the Friday, yesterday. And now I want this to be, just take the time to just listen to what I'm trying to say before, because it might come out wrong. This is as my videos are pretty raw, they're not scripted, so I'll just say them how I feel and what comes to my light and how I feel. But I'm here in Ararat at a shrine, you know, just left Andrew. And I said to Andrew yesterday, I said, you know, these kids, you know, like Andrew's son was 30, 31. And, you know, they get, if you get hooked on drugs or you fucking alcohol or, you know, whatever it may, you know, things like that, that's not good. You can have your time of fun. You can. But, you know, it's facts. The facts are this. If you don't stop it or pull it up, and the youth, every youth always has a go at the generation before, going, no, things are different. Oh, you know what? The things aren't fucking different. All right? The facts are this. If you keep going down the fucking road you're travelling, drinking or taking drugs and not taking responsibility and leaning on other people when there's no fucking need to, you're not depressed, you've just brought it all on yourself, right? Okay, you know what's going to happen? You're going to fucking die. That's the end result. You need proof of that? Let's have a look at these rock stars, okay? They've hit the fucking big time real hard. They've jumped on the cocaine, the fucking women, the fucking alcohol, the drugs, whatever else. You know, there's very few of them left, okay? You know, you've got, you know, that's facts. You can go to any fucking library in the world, okay? You don't even need to look at medical fucking documentation, all right? Forget the medical. Just look at history, right? That's been written about others and stuff. And the facts are this: if you abuse alcohol, you abuse drugs, or you don't take, you know, your own means, just stand up and do something about it. You're gonna fucking die, okay? Now, in saying that, you know, yes, I was on drugs, right? Okay. But then there's people who do drink. My Uncle John used to drink. He used to fucking finish work. He used to come home and he'd drink a fucking bottle of scotch every night, right? But he got up every fucking day, right? And he fucking served, looked after his family and stuff like that. He was just exhausted and worried and stuff like that. And he used to drink himself to, but he wasn't a violent man. My only pet worried, yes. But, because he was doing something and he had to do it. And he did it because that's what people did. Right? He worked, but he wasn't a burden. He was just very worried. My Uncle John wasn't an academic man, but he was a businessman. He started his own concrete business and stuff, and he was very well, and very fortunate in it, and had to do the hard yards, right? But then there's alcoholics like Andrew's son, right? He's never had a job since he left school. So he's just, that's on him now. Andrew's son passed away last night of internal bleeding due to the effects of abuse of alcohol. That's what happens if you don't take responsibility. You can't rely on others. You can't go to the doctors and take this pill to stop you drinking because it'll make you sick. There's, So to these people out there, these young people and that, I took drugs, but I didn't take it to the point where I was abusing it, where I was fucking obliterated. I took it to an extent where it was just a numb. I wasn't out of control. I wasn't running around on the fucking streets. I still did what was needed to keep home on the home front. And that, I'm not saying that lessened the worry for Mary, right? Of course Mary was worried because I was on drugs and that, I was aware of the effects of drugs. I wasn't oblivious to, I wasn't taking the drug and just going, oh yeah, no, it's a vitamin E tablet, it's okay. No, I knew every time I took the drug, it's damaging me internally, mentally, and that I'm aware of that, right? But do I have an excuse for taking drugs? Is there such a thing for having an excuse to drink? Is there having an excuse to take drugs? Yeah, I believe there is. And in certain lights, because in some way, it just going to the doctors or something like that, it's a hard, now these days, it's a bird, it's just a fucking walk up. You'd sooner make it to fucking Everest than get help from a fucking practitioner these days, let alone to even get there and have someone that can even fucking understand you, that's lived life. That's the problem. These people that are treating people with drug addictions and alcohol or just depression, a lot of them just coming out of school. They haven't even lived life, so how the fuck are you going to understand me? Can you imagine putting someone in front of me and I'm going to sit down, I'm going to tell you my life of what I've done, just what I've done? Fuck Christ. Not that I put it behind me, I don't lock it away. All my doors are open. Do I have a lot of friends? No, I don't have a lot of friends. Do I have a lot of acquaintances? Yeah, I do have a lot of acquaintances. A lot of people know me, right? But if you want to be those person who's going to ask me how I am in a passing way, fine, I'm okay. But if you're going to fucking sit me down and you're going to go, no, Justin, are you okay? And you don't like what you're fucking hearing, but you've asked a question and then shun me, that's harsh. What sort of a person are you to do that? What sort of a person does that and then turns around and says, geez, your hard work? Hang on a minute, hard work? No, I was happy to leave it as I'm okay, let's go for a ride. But you sat me down and you want to know, and you're pushing, you're scratching, at the crust, and you're picking, and you finally get through, and I'll fucking go, all right, I'll give you a little bit of a shine, a little bit of an insight to me, and then you turn away and you go, fuck, your hard work. You ask the question. Comes back to the asking you the question. You got to be aware. Sometimes everyone has to be aware that when you ask someone a question, be prepared for the answer that you mightn't want to hear. If you want to go digging for the truth, be prepared for the fucking the truth that mightn't lie well with you, but that's the facts. Facts are facts, and people's stories are stories. If you've asked the question or you've gone digging for it, you've got to wear that fucking that understanding. So yeah, so these people, if you're fucking sitting around and you're doing nothing, you got to understand that people have children, and they put 18 years of their life on hold to have children, right? A parent never stops being a parent even when you after you're 18, but they have it on the proviso, not all the proviso, I shouldn't say that, but people have children on the basis of they're going to bring life into this world, helping society, everything else, themselves, their own nurture and everything else like that, bring good kids in, everything else like that, and then those kids are going to grow up and they're going to leave home, they're going to have families and go on from there. And then when you've left home, you're that child leaving home, right? And that then your parents can pick up there and start to live their life, go on those holidays. They put their life on hold for you, to have a child, and you owe it to them to understand that. But when you don't do anything with your life and then you just become a fucking burden and you do nothing, everyone's just stagnant. You're just catatonic. You're catatonic. You're not growing. You're not progressing. You're just catatonic. And it's fucking sad because you hurt so many other people. I never met Andrew's son, right? But like, what I'm trying to get at is like, I've driven from Reservoir to Horsham to just go and see Andrew and have a cup of tea. Literally, that's all I did, right? And what can I say? I just wanted to be there, shake his hand, give him a hug, bought his wife some flowers, and took up some tea bags because he doesn't have tea bags there. So I took up a couple of tea bags for myself to have a cup of tea with him, and just say, I'm here. What do you say? Now he's got the time, hasn't he? The worry's gone. But now he's stuck with the grief and his wife and his 2 daughters. So for you people out there that are abusing drugs or alcohol and you're doing nothing and you've done nothing and you're fucking blaming the fucking world, you know what? Enough. My Uncle John, he drank out of worry, but he got up every fucking day after drinking a bottle of scotch, and he went to work and he provided well for his family. One thing he made sure was he paid off the housing. He made sure that his kids and his wife, my auntie, were not fucking destitute or anything like that. And he lived to a ripe old age, and his kids were good, my cousins and that, everything, and that, But then you got the other bloke down the street who's just fucking coming home drunk and fucking always whinging and bitching and moaning. I mean, some people just sort of go, fucking hell, can you just not come home one night and just get hit by a fucking car? You're just a fucking misery maker. Then the family can move on. It's a shit thing to say. It really is. It's not to wish that upon someone, but fucking hell, you know what? We've all been there in one way or another. We just look at either in our own lives or at someone else's life who's going through pain of cause of someone's fucking own fucking misery making that doesn't need to be. They just believe they had a bad life. They didn't have a fucking bad life. They just brought it upon themselves. They're fucking lazy, whatever. They've gotten into a habit, and they just acknowledge this, the facts of this. If you're a fucking idiot with drugs, and you're a fucking idiot with alcohol, and that, you've got to have the biggest fucking hole in your head to believe that everything's going to be alright. It's not. It's not. Everything wears on you. Stress is the biggest killer of all, I mean, seeing Andrew, mate, it ages you. So I'm just here to say, on this day of days when we should be remembering people for what they gave their lives for, and it wasn't for that. But they didn't give their life. These people, these men and women, did not give their life for the generations after to sit down and drink and take drugs and then fucking make up bullshit saying that your life, it's because of what was served to you on why you're taking. That's a load of shit. They could have done that. They didn't. They took a stance. Right or wrong, they took a stance and they fucking stuck with it. That's why we're here today. That's why I'm here. I'm stopped in Ararat, to make this video. This is a luxury. This isn't my right. This is a luxury. People are thinking fucking misunderstanding what a luxury is and what a privilege is, or what a right is. You know, fucking hell, mate. You know, enough's enough. So, with Andrew's permission, I told him I was going to make this video and mention him and his son. And to all of those out there who may know someone who's going through this, with a sibling or a brother, even a sister, any family member, even a friend, maybe have them watch this video. Maybe this might jog them to make it see, you know, get off your fucking ass. Get off the piss. Get off the fucking the drugs. Stop being a dickhead. You know, smoking crack and fucking whatever, mate. Just anything that's bad for your body and mentally, that, you know, and you're just over abusing it. All right, yeah, I took drugs, but I didn't over abuse them. I took them to a state where I was still functional, and that, if you can say that, you know, but just it's hard. Life's not easy. Life's not a game. You only get so many chances with life to fuck around with it, you know. But let me tell you this: when life bites, when it fucking bites, that's it. Life can kick you. You're all right. It'll only kick you so many times, you know. And then it bites, and the bite, that's it. You're gone. Don't fuck around with life. Don't fuck around with other people's lives, because a lot of people, you put other people's lives on hold, or you've just, like Andrew and his wife now. How are they supposed to now? Mate. Yeah, right. They're less a worry, but they've got the grief now, don't they? Which one would you rather, the grief or the worry? They knew it was going to happen. So my heart goes out to Andrew and his wife and his family. My condolences, my thoughts. And as much as, you know, I spoke with Andrew and other, you know, people who've been in this position and stuff. Andrew's going to sit there and his wife are going to sit there now, and they know they ticked all the boxes. They did all the right things to help their son. Everything. Being a parent or a concerned person of someone, you're always going to sit down whenever you've got that moment. Have a look at these two magpies playing. Look at this. See him playing? Him laying down. Just laying down over there. Look at him flopping around. Magpies, mate. I call them Gus. My dad calls them Gus. That's Gus. You know, you got to understand that there's needless death. There's death. There's death that's going to come. Old age. You've lived a good old age, like Ron Barassi. You know, what a man. Look what he did. Look what he left behind. Shouldn't we all, I think the schools and people in general have let down. We've stopped talking about how important it is to our children and just people in general, how important it is to leave something good behind. Yeah, there's been a lot of sportsmen die. They've made sacrifices for breaking land speed records, or all in the name of, you know, science or mechanical technology advancement and stuff like that. But, and yeah, their deaths are sad, but they have left something behind. But what do you leave behind when you're taking drugs and when you're abusing drugs? What do you leave behind when you're abusing alcohol? And you've got no right to, you haven't been abused in your life, you haven't suffered in your life, nothing. What gives you the right to, have a look at these two, look at them, they're laying down together here. Look at them. There's two magpies, two baby magpies. Have a look at them. Him laying down. Look. That's Mama over there. Hang on, there she is. Look. Weep, feed me. See, look. what I'm just trying to say is don't waste your life. You know, I've been through hell and back, and I'm sure I'm not the only person out here that's been through hell and back. But if you're going to fucking turn around and turn to the piss or turn to drugs, and you're going to talk about a sorry story, make sure you've got one to say. Don't make one up. Because there's a lot of stories out there that are real. And a lot of people aren't doing what you're doing. They should be. They've probably got every right to drink themselves to oblivion or take drugs to oblivion. But they're not. I didn't. I took drugs, yes, but not to oblivion. You know, my Uncle John, he drank, but not to oblivion. You know? But we have a story. We had if there's not an excuse, but a reason that just got us through it. Yeah. You know? I ride bikes. I told Andrew, I said, get on your bike with your daughter tomorrow and just go for a 10-minute ride, just so you can have 10 minutes of clear head, because you've got to ride a motorbike. You've got to concentrate. Anyway, I hope this video helps someone, or someone might be able to pass this video on to someone and just make them listen that the facts are facts. If you're fucking putting shit in your body and you're abusing it for a length of time, damage is going to occur. Right? If you don't stop, then permanent damage is going to occur. And if you ignore that one, then death is going to occur. Okay? Whether it's alcohol, drugs, or just being a fucking idiot driving around in a car with ball tyres. You know, if you know you've got ball tyres on a car, you know, and you get caught out in the rain, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have no traction. You're going to kill yourself, and you could kill someone else. Same with alcohol or drugs. You could kill someone else. Think about that. Your negligence to your own welfare could end up being the death of someone else. Or, well, it always will be, the grief of many others. People are going to grieve for your fucking mistake that you could have fucking avoided yourself. Alright, and on that note, if you like this video, like it. If you like what I do on my channel, subscribe to it and share. That's it. You know, I'm now 1 subscriber off 1,000, and I'm on paid YouTube. I did say that once I make 1,000, I'm going to become a paid member of YouTube, and I will. This is what keeps me going. You know, I know. I read it in the comments. People share their stories with me, so I owe it to them as me to be honest to you. You know, and share things. You know, I can't read your stories and then not share how I'm feeling. You know, it's only the right thing to do. If you're going to be honest with me, I'm going to be honest back, and I am. I'm here in Mararat. I've just left. You know, Horsham. You know, and Scroat, he just lives up the road. Am I going to annoy him? No, I'm not going to annoy him. He's just finished work. He doesn't have his days off until next week. He works in the gold mine here at Stall. You know, he knows about it, what's happened with his mate's son. You know, it's just heartbreaking, mate. We don't teach history enough anymore. We don't. The kids aren't taught a meaning of life. It's more like they're taught how to fucking be a distraction in life. Life's not a fucking distraction. You live it, mate. You live it to fucking leave something behind that's, you know, that people can remember and smile that you did. Fuck. Don't waste your life.